Good evening. Good evening. Y'all got to participate here tonight. We're going to have some fun celebrating our accomplishments with Lads to Leaders this year. We had another great year, and it was just an outstanding convention, and we have lots to celebrate. So y'all help me celebrate, cheer along. You can clap, you can laugh, you can do all of those things here this evening, and it'll help me to have fun with you. But I am going to start with some acknowledgments, and at the risk of, there's no way to thank everyone involved, but there are some people who took on very specific special roles this year and in years past, so I want to make mention of them. Number one, Brian Wheeler, who does lots of stuff with regards to Lads to Leader, including putting together the storyline presentation, which is a video that you will see momentarily. This year, Brian took on the T-shirts and ordered us a brand new church banner for us to walk across the stage at the beginning of convention, so I appreciate that. Carrie Wilson, as she has in the past, organized our snack time, which has begun to get very, very popular, and I gained about 6 pounds during Lads to Leaders because of snacks. Carrie also organized our banner, our actually competition banner that we put into competition, and it is in the fellowship hall on display. Great representation of our group this year. Cindy Caros handled the girls' practices. Caros has also put together drawstring bags that were full of goodies for our participants at the convention this year, and also in the girls' practice, Melissa Stice, Rachel Wheeler helped out with that. Aaron Stice took the little guys and broke them off and prepared them for convention. Joyce Presley, Brooke Newton, and Cindy Spake handled our puppet theater this year. My wife Melanie gives me constant support and also helped in lots of other ways, including organizing our practice night for the girls. Joyce Reeves provides administrative support for the program all year long and couldn't do it without her. Tammy Stevenson planned to attend convention this year and just judge, which is invaluable, especially as many young ladies as we have. We brought in some pinch hit judges this year. Connie and Jan Adams, Connie Higley and Jan Adams came down to Atlanta just to judge competition so that the mothers of the participants could go and watch them, because with Lads to Leaders, the way it works is the more participants you have in a particular event, the more judges you have to provide for that event. So we had 472 girls in songs this year, and we had enough judges so that some of the moms could see their youngsters, and that is very, and I would say for next year, if some of you more seasoned people who don't have children at home want to come participate in convention and have fun judging competitions, that is so invaluable to us. So just a commercial for that. Joyce and Steve as well, even though Joyce was handling puppets, they served as judges. All parents who judged anything, we thank you for that. My son Connor, who has for 12 years been with me every step of the way for Lads, and the last few years has become as much of a helper as a participant. Me and Connor roll in here on practice day. We have a system. I unlock the door, he unlocks the middle doors, he goes straight to the computer, queues up the slides for Bible Bowl, and he's just very much of an encouragement to me. Would be remiss without thanking the elders for their support of this program, which started 12 years ago and has grown ever since. And then for our pizza party tonight, Mike and Cindy Caros have organized that. I don't know who else is helping them with that, but certainly thankful for that. So let's give all of those people a big round of applause for their help. And we appreciate everything everyone has done. So let's move on to some awards. We always award our first-year participants, and we are going to do so right now. So our first-year participants, some of them may not be here, and we will make sure that they get their awards, but this young lady, in her first year, did a wonderful job. Let me have Kylie Wheeler. Pose for the picture. Ava Stice. Caleb DeBerry. Costas Karos. And Miles Stice. And Addie and Dusty Skinner not here tonight, so this is being live streamed. So big round of applause for Addie and Dusty Skinner. Did I miss any first-year participants? Oh, thank goodness. I have a horror of that every year. So, but great job. Hope y'all will stick with it and come back next year. All right, let's get started with our slideshow, shall we? And again, we had a great time this year. Just quickly, by the numbers, and y'all can see those. You can't see that bottom one very good. This is from our very first year of Lads to Leaders, and you can see Avery and Gray Weldon. Sean and Mickey helped get the program started. There's Katie Jane, the twins, and Connor there with his crew cut. And Connor was in the first grade when this started, and now he's in the 12th grade. So it's been awesome, and we've come a long way. But just real quick, that's kind of looking at our history. Our 12th year in Lads to Leaders, we started with about 10 young people. This year we had 43. We had roughly 80 total people involved and went to convention this year. We fielded 6 Bible Bowl teams, which meant that we had one for every age group and then one extra in the 7th and 8th. And this is probably really low, but I just estimated that our young people that were involved this year participated in at least 250 events all together. They probably averaged about 5 or 6 apiece. Some of them did even more than that. So we completed a detailed verse-by-verse study of the book of Exodus. How many chapters of Exodus? 40 chapters of Exodus, and many of them completed the Pearls study, and it was very beneficial from a biblical knowledge and spiritual standpoint. And we are grateful to have had this opportunity. This picture will represent for us January 13th through about the middle of April, because that's all the time that is spent in preparation for convention, for Bible Bowl, for all of the events that everyone does before convention and sends in, and then after, during the convention. So I don't do a real good job of taking pictures during that, and every year I say I'm going to try to do better, but we're busy doing other things. But the kids worked really hard this year in Bible Bowl and lots of other things. So that's our pre-convention preparation slide right there. I will say I do have one other picture, and this is just kind of as an example. And I was hesitant to give you. I was hesitant to use this picture because I don't want to brag on our family. But Melanie insisted that I use it. And this is just you can study at home. Study together as a family, make it fun. In all seriousness, when Connor and the twins were all involved when we first started Bible Bowl, we used to read the chapters in the car on the way to and from church. But somebody got a very candid, we didn't even know they were taking this picture of me and Melanie and Connor studying at home, and I just wanted to put it up for you. That's it right there. That's just kidding. That's That's one of the poses that the Life Touch people made us do, and perhaps one of the most awkward moments. Connor said that's not the book of Exodus, so, anyway, I'm glad y'all thought that was funny, because I laughed at myself for about 10 minutes last night but no, I don't mean anything disrespectful at all about that, but a lot of you do study at home and have a good time with that, and that's what it takes to accomplish as much as we did in Bible Bowl this year. You got to start. Some of them start very, very early. So this is all the way fast forwarding in time to convention, and as many as I could gather around as everybody's preparing for things on Friday, and some fine-looking young people there. And the first thing on Friday, after everyone gets there and doesn't get their hotel room, is Bible reading. And so we have some slides for Bible reading. I was able to do some Facebook theft of pictures this year and get as many as I can. What I don't usually get a lot of is actually the kids actually in their participation in the events, because I can only be in one place. But there's some beautiful young ladies and some first-year participants as well. Here's some of the young men. I did actually get to go to the K through the second grade Bible reading and got some great photos of some of these young men learning to stand in front of a crowd. And there's a big picture of the big group for that room that we were in, and they all did a fabulous job. There is the obligatory picture of the inside of the Marriott Marquis Hotel, which is really a wonder to behold, and the famous elevators there that get ridden to the top very often. And we have fun with that, don't we, kids? Anybody ride to the top this year? Raise your hand. Okay, good job. More hotel fun there. And oh yeah, Starbucks is very important. You can see Rachel and Emma there with their Starbucks. That means that there's a slide coming that has some stuff. Okay, yeah, here's Mike, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on with that. Costas is a little bit sleepy. Brian thinks whatever's going on is funny, but then later Mike told me that what he was thinking right there was that I feel pretty. So we are agree with he looks very nice. So more hotel fun. Now we're not gonna be able to let Hamilton babysit the kids anymore, because obviously he's teaching them something here they don't need to know. Just kidding. I think they were playing, I don't know what they were playing, slapjack, something like that. It wasn't poker. Okay. And then we have our puppet team. Now here's the history of puppets here at Bremen. The first year we had a puppet team. I'm talking about going back 12 years ago, whatever year that would have been. And we learned that puppets is really hard. Puppets is very, very time-consuming and demanding. And so we quit and didn't do it again until 2 years ago. And Joyce Presley, bless her heart, decided we were going to try it one more time this year. And she got some help with Brooke Newton and Cindy Spake, and they wrote a very, very good script. And this is the puppet team. If you were on the puppet team this year, stand up and let us cheer for you, please. Puppeteers, everybody stand up. Good job. Their show was entitled The Greatest Showman, from the movie that was popular last year. And they tied that into Moses and God is the great I am, and it was very, very well written and excellently performed. And puppets is the very, very last category that they give awards for at Lads to Leaders. So they tried really hard this year, and some of them even really, really committed to their role, and they took on this kind of method acting almost thing where you might have known about these people who actually kind of become their character for a while, and that was Levi. He became this character there, and he committed to the role. But puppets turned out very good. There is Moses and the burning bush. I loved the burning bush. Who voiced the burning bush? Malachi Newton voiced the burning bush, the voice of God coming from the bush. and it was very, very excellently done. And there's the whole puppet crew there, and this is some of them leaving what their time. So you have a time limit for going in, setting up, doing your puppet show, and then coming out, and they sing on the way in and on the way out. It's a very well-oiled machine this year. And then here's Ashton. It happens every year. Somebody gets hypnotized, and this year it was Ashton coming out of the puppet show. So, but it was great. And so puppets and Bible reading happened on Friday. We didn't have a debate team this year, so those were the main events. Getting to 7, 8, 9 o'clock, everybody started getting their hotel rooms to stay in for a few hours, and then we were settling in and waiting for awards to happen. So I got the Fab Five there, got a good picture of them all together. There's some folks getting ready for awards, and some of the little girls there. There was an earthquake apparently, and they were falling over. And then we were getting set up for the awards that evening. Here's our new banner. Let's hear it for the new banner. And our banner bearers, Caitlin and Emma, and they did a great job. They tried to cram all of the banners onto the stage at the same time, so I had to teach our kids to kind of elbow their way to the front in Christian love. But now they go across one at a time, which is much more efficient. Connor and Ashton and Madison served as hosts and hostesses this year. So this is Connor taking his position at the door to help people find their seats. Here are two lovely young hostesses from the Bremen congregation, Ashton and Madison, and here's all three of them. Let's hear it for the hostesses and hosts. All right, there's our banner coming across the stage and looking really good. Thank you, Brian. And then we were ready for awards, and I got our kids all juiced up, and I said, listen, as soon as you hear the name Bremen for an award, I want you to just go crazy and clap for, and wouldn't you know it, the very first award of the night, first name called was Rachel Dollahide. Yay! Rachel, this was the mass media category, and then the second award of the night was to Noah Wilson, who I think Noah won awards in every category on Friday night. Congratulations, Noah. He worked hard pre-convention, and it showed. So, and then Josh Dollahide, I guess this was for article editorial, and he wasn't sure what to do. So he asked the man, he said, how does this work? What am I supposed to do? And the guy said, just stand there and smile. And Josh, being very good at following instructions, did exactly that. So, good job. Good job. He's a good-looking young man, isn't he? Yeah. I think he looks like Reagan. So, but he did stand there and smile. So, and then Mackenzie won an award, and the girl next to her was playing Simon Says. The guy said, "No, you stand on one foot. You don't raise your hand." So, good job, Mackenzie. There's her with her award. And if y'all don't laugh at these jokes, it's going to be a long night. So. There's Noah again, and Madison. This was probably article or PowerPoint, maybe. I don't know. I used to be able to tell, but we are so accomplished now that it's hard to keep up with. What is it, Madison? Article? Okay, article. Congratulations. And then we had our storyline. Storyline is where the young people get together and they put together a script, and they basically make a movie, and they follow that storyline, and it has to go along with the theme of the convention. And Brian is going to now play the movie that they produced. So here's the movie. That was the silent film version of the movie. But we will work on that technical aspect, and Brian can just give me a high sign when it's ready to go. But suffice it to say, our storyline team won second place. Good job. Woo! How about if they come up and reenact it up here live? No, okay. They said it just wouldn't be the same. Okay. So more awards. There is, and this was a sweep right here. Each of these categories has first, second, and third place. I don't remember who was who, but we have Noah, Macy, and Micah, and they swept that category. Was that PowerPoint, perhaps? I think so. PowerPoint right there, and Macy made a mustache out of her trophy. So it was a sweep, and not the first time we've done that. Good job, guys. And when I say that was a sweep, there are in the red category probably about 40 congregations. So we don't know how many participated in this particular event, but pretty neat when we can win all three. Looks to me like this is another sweep category. Also for PowerPoint. PowerPoint, you think, maybe, as far as you know? Okay. PowerPoint there, and then Connor placed as well in PowerPoint on Friday evening, and then they recognized the scholarship applicants, and here is Madison Page receiving her scholarship, Lads to Leaders Scholarship from Faulkner University, where she will begin matriculating in the fall. Congratulations, Madison. Yes. And Connor was recognized for the Freed-Hardeman University Trustee Scholarship, where he will be moving in on August 17th, if you can believe that. It's not very far away. And good job, Connor. And both of those young people will tell you that Lads to Leaders has helped prepare them not only for work in this world, but work in the church and spiritual applications, and helped them with their decisions on where to go to engage in higher education. So great job for both of them, and hope that we have many more of these scholarship participants in the future. This is year-round bulletin board. Is that right, Macy? Year-round bulletin board participation. So this, when you say year-round, you have to send stuff in all year long, right? So a lot of work goes into that. And here's just a picture of some fine-looking young men in the crowd. And Mackenzie said, "Johnny, take a picture of me," so I did. So thank you, Mackenzie. She's so shy. That was... And then we had the pearls, and I broke these up. I put several on each slide because we have a lot of participants in this. And the Pearls study is a 13-week Bible study that is published by Lads to Leaders. We purchased that material from them. This year, we taught it from 3rd grade all the way through 12th grade. And then there's a test that takes place. We take it the same day we take the Bible Bowl test. And the people who won these ribbons were in the top 10 scorers and their grade level. So if you see your picture up there, if you see your child's picture up there, that means they were the top 10 in their grade category. Here are some more pearls. And then this is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade, and 11th graders, and then our 12th graders, looking very dapper. So congratulations to all the pearls. Yes, congratulations, good job. The Pearls study is also used for the PowerPoint presentation, comes from one of the Pearls lessons, and the extemporaneous portion of Winter Circle speech comes from the Pearl study as well, and that's for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. For those of you who have won your speech category, when you get into 10th, 11th, and 12th, you will have need that Pearl study. I love this picture, stair steps there. This is for Centurion of Scripture. This means that all 4 of those young people memorized 100 verses of Scripture. I think worthy of our applause for these Newton folks. Then we had some art awards. Last year, Lads to Leaders, in trying to be efficient, did not give the art awards away on Friday night and have people walk up on the stage. I am assuming that they got lots of negative feedback from that. I can assure you that they did from me, and in a nice way. They asked for it, and so this year they changed it back. So the art participants got to come on stage, and we had some winners there as well. Something else coming here. Nope, just a blank slide. There's Noah. Maybe that he has laser eyes. Yes, he does have laser eyes there. Congratulations, Noah, Corinne, or Corinna. I can't remember. I think they pronounced it correctly. Finally, at Lads to Leaders, and Rachel there, Art. I just love this picture. This is after awards on Friday night. I wish the Skinners could be here. But that is, it says a lot about Lads to Leaders. You get to go and stay in a really nice hotel in the middle of Atlanta, and the beautiful skyline there in the background, and Dusty and Addie there chilling out, getting ready to call it a night. And there's just a lot about that picture that's beautiful to me. And normally when you see Addie and Dusty, there's a cow in the background, but this time it's a skyline. So, but we love the Skinners. Wish they could have been here tonight. Understand they are having a newborn homecoming. So, but anyway, very, very, very nice. And then this not so nice of a picture. We won't spend. Yeah, that's the Gray sisters on the elevator, I think, is what was going on there. This is a picture from Saturday, and speeches and song leading are kind of dominate the day on Saturday. This is the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade boys' speech and winter circle speech. And these kids are as accomplished as you will see at Lads to Leaders. Same for the girls, but obviously I don't get to go to the girls. But every year for the past 3 years that Connor has been in this, those group of boys gather up and they pray together before they offer their speeches, and where they're actually competing against one another. But the spirit of competition at Lads to Leaders is very, very good. Many times you will see when the trophies are handed out, especially in the speech categories, these kids will shake each other's hand, congratulate each other, and that's what it's all about. It's not about the trophies. It's about learning about God's Word, the healthy spirit of competition, and you know these guys got together and prayed with and for each other before they gave their speeches, and they did a fabulous job. So that's what that picture is. And there's a lot going on Saturday that takes us up to when everybody's back together again, which is for Bible Bowl. And as I mentioned, we had 6 Bible Bowl teams this year, which meant that we had 24 participants. My math is correct. And this was our 3rd and 4th grade team. And this was our 11th and 12th grade team. This was one of our 7th and 8th grade teams. This was our 5th and 6th grade team. And because there were 6 teams, I didn't get a picture of everybody while they were setting up. So there's another of our 9th and 10th grade team. And then here's one of our other, I don't remember which grade they were, but they did good. And so I got this picture. So I had pictures of all the teams. We'll have more about what they won at the end. But that was all of our Bible Bowl teams. And then we were setting up for Saturday awards. Some precious young ladies there getting ready for the awards night. And you can see kind of the vastness of the auditorium, how far it goes. We were actually sitting in the middle this year, so there was just as much going the other direction. I don't know how many people are in there, but it's a lot. Then we started awards, and wouldn't you know it, again, the first name that was called on Saturday night was Noah Dollahite, and that would have been for song leading, I think. Is that right, Noah? You remember? There he is. Yeah, he's nodding his head. Yes, song leading on Saturday evening. And there's Ava. I can't really make out who it is. Ava. So we did very, very well in song leading this year. Congratulations to all parents who worked with their young people. There is Micah and Corinne and Mackenzie and Caitlin. I'm not sure what's going on with the girl on the right there, that look on her face, but maybe I think she was singing. She was singing the song she led. There is Skylar with the Song Leading Award. And here we have something, there's a phenomenon that goes on at Lads to Leaders Awards called the first place face. And it's like this. What happens is Lads to Leaders gets it right. If anybody ever calling out first, second, third awards and they give away first place first, that's wrong. That's not how you do it. You do third, second, first. That's my commercial, and that's what they do at Lads to Leaders. So the third place person gets their award, they're excited, and the other two are going, And then the second place name is called out, which by process of elimination leads you to know that you won first place. So Malachi said, I didn't get third place, and then the guy said, I think I'll lead a song, and that's what it looked like to me that he was doing. And then they called second place, and said, oh, well, that didn't work. And Malachi said, must have got first place, and he did. Congratulations. Look at that smile. As we always say, welcome to the winner's circle. It's tough in there, but you can handle it. So congratulations. There's Madison with a song leading trophy, and Sarah. And here's a first place face that wasn't one of ours. Oh yeah. So that was the reaction when this young lady saw that she did not win third or second place. Who is that? Ashton. Is that Ashton? It is. It's harder to see in the back. Ashton, was that the first time you ever placed in song leading? No, I didn't think it was. Ashton, again, has placed in song leading here. Congratulations. And this is a great moment at convention. They take a break during awards, and they say all the kindergarten, first grade, and second grade participants come up and go across the stage, and it is a stampede. And I didn't even catch the maiden portion of it there, but it's a great moment. These kids are so excited to be part of this and beginning their journey in Lads to Leaders. And I tried to get as many of them as I could in the pictures, and I'm sure I missed some. But not sure what Kylie was like. I think maybe I yelled at him, and she was like, "Are you talking to me?" That was great. And then there's some more of our little ones. And then we have Bartimaeus, which is a category for special needs individuals. There's no age limit. Anybody that wants to participate. And it is, we have witnessed the Bartimaeus competition before, and the awards are always very wonderful. And you love these young people and the zeal that they have for participating in this, and it's just a really special time. And the last couple of years, a victory tunnel coming off the stage has formed by some of the young people. The crowd, they come up, they make this tunnel as the Bartimaeus participants come off with their trophies, and it is very heartwarming, and that was a couple of shots from that this year. And then Cole was showing Madison, he had this rash on his ear. I don't know what was going on with that. And Ashton took an opportunity to do some bunny ears on Madison's head. Don't miss that part of it, too. And then we had some more awards, and this is a Winner's Circle song leading, I think, or maybe it was just song leading for that age group. But anyway, Austin there. Austin, you can't rattle that kid. He's just cool. He threw up the peace sign. He was having fun. I think he won first place, and then here's another first place face. That's Caroline. What's her last name? Powell from Woodstock. That was when she realized she'd won first place. And here's Sarah again with a Winner's Circle trophy. Levi, Winner's Circle speech. Congratulations. Levi had a great speech this year, very well delivered. And then here is Connor, who was thought that didn't get the memo about the dark suits. But he looked good anyway, didn't he? I told him to wear the brown. But this is Winner's Circle, 10th, 11th, and 12th speech. There were some really, really good speeches in there. And again, for benefit of those of you who have won Winner's Circle, you will offer your prepared speech. Then you will go and draw a topic, and you have 3 minutes to come up with a speech that is no longer than 3 minutes. Between one and a... It's the longest 3 minutes of your life, Connor says, putting that together. And so these were the top three 10th, 11th, and 12th Winner's Circle speakers this year in the men's category and the boys category, and they were all very, very good. In my humble opinion, and of course I am biased, Connor knocked it out of the park with his extemporaneous speech and did very, very well. They were all very good, and we have a first place face coming here, I think, because Connor, what's the guy from Piedmont Road? Yeah, the third place. The guy. No. What's his name? Tyreek. Okay, Tyreek won third. Then it was Connor, and then Connor won second. And this young man who was from North Carolina won first place, and he was very excited. And there's all three of them, and it was a good moment. Here is Kendall saying, "Bring me my trophy right now." No, I'm just kidding. They actually tell them to raise their hand when they hear their name so they can figure out who gets what. And Kendall won. This was for speech as well, Kendall, is that right? Speech, yes, speech. What grade are you in? Third grade. What place did you get? Second. Okay, so you get to stay. You can keep winning in there. And then Kendall was like telling that little girl, "You're going the wrong way," because everybody walks off the stage the other direction. I guess you had to be there. Moving along. Noah, just making sure they get it right. It's like, just making sure they get it right here, guys. Noah won an award here for speech as well. Yes, that is a speech trophy. Congratulations, Noah, in your first year in speech. And that is Emily. I knew that. Emily, and there's Caitlin. And as you can see, we did very well in speech this year as well. Oh, this is priceless right here. That's Jay Hunt. Garrison, sorry. No, yeah, that's Garrison. And Garrison was kind of sensing that he might have done better than third place. But just watch this progression. That's priceless right there. You can tell that young man worked hard and was proud of winning speech, and we're certainly thankful that the Hunts Barchette kids get to come and be with us at convention, and they certainly contribute a lot. So they did a great job. There's Precious Schuyler and Michaela. And then we had the Bible Bowl test category. Again, like the Pearls test, there's a Bible Bowl test that happens pretty early in the year in February. And we had several participants take it this year and score in the top 10 of their grade level. And you see all of those Bible Bowl test winners there. And they did a fabulous job. And this takes us to Bible Bowl team. So as I said, I may have mentioned that we had 6 teams in Bible Bowl this year. This was our 3rd and 4th grade team. And what they do is they call all the finalists up. They call the top 8 teams in each age group. Let me say that again. There's at least 8 teams in every age group, probably more. They call all 8. Brian. They call all 8 teams up. Oh, okay, that's just what he said. They call all 8 teams up, and then you get the 3rd, 2nd, 1st. The only difference is this time there's more than 3 up there. So if you don't get 3rd place and you don't get 2nd place, your last chance is to win 1st place. So I can't click, Brian. There's Noah. Just flip it over next time, buddy. It's all good. But our third and fourth grade team won first place. Let's hear it for third and fourth grade team. Yeah. But let me reiterate, just being a finalist is an honor, and placing is an honor. So, you can't win them all. But then this is the picture of the year for me. Look at Kendall, little cute, reserved, quiet Kendall. Is catching big air there with a hand in the air, victory and triumph. And so that was a first place face for sure when we won. Then we had our fifth and sixth grade. Is that what team y'all were? And they didn't win third or second, but they did win first place. Yeah, so good job. Here is one of our seventh and eighth grade teams, and we had two of them. So they were competing against each other, okay? So remember, at least 8 teams in every category. I went back and checked the sheets, and we won first and second place in 7th and 8th grade. Then 9th and 10th, and you got to say, well, all of our teams can't place this year. That would just be too much to hope for. But they won first place. Is that the best picture I got? Oh, yeah. Congratulations. And then our senior 11th and 12th grade teams won third place. Congratulations. There they are. So all of our Bible Bowl teams placed. We had 4 first place finishes and a second and a third, and it was an outstanding showing. And the lesson here is when you work hard and pour your heart and soul into something, it makes a difference. And that's what our kids did this year. Some of our youngsters start studying for Bible Bowl as soon as the material is made available, which is in like June. Is that right, Joyce? Do you remember? Maybe even before that. But Joyce starts making Bible Bowl books and passing them out. And so when you work hard at something, it pays off. And they all worked hard and did good this year. Congratulations. And then we had puppet theater. And again, they call the finalists up. And each category in puppet theater, you have one group for every grade, starting with third grade, I think. So our puppet theater competed in the 12th grade category this year. And if you look at that picture, you can see that Macy Newton is not in the 12th grade. She's only in the 10th grade. No, just kidding. But it goes by the oldest person, and that was Madison. And so we competed in the 12th grade. And for the first time ever, puppet theater at Bremen Church of Christ placed. We got third place this year. Let's hear it for the puppets. And we wanted actually to provide a video of their puppet show this year, but I took the video and it turned out to be out of focus and very shaky, and it didn't do it justice. So we'll suffice it to say they did a great job. Congratulations. Then we had that's Wyatt, and I'm not sure what was going on with him. But Connor, you can take a picture of that and send it to Wyatt. Wyatt's from the Piedmont Road congregation, and that's the great thing about digital photography. You can just fire away and then zoom in on the funny faces. There's our 12th grade puppets with their third place trophy. Congratulations again. And then this is everybody that was left. This is not by any means everybody that participated with the awards that we had. And this is late on Saturday night when everybody's getting ready to head home, and with all of the awards from Saturday. Then this, I think, is a silly face picture. And I think it'd be good to zoom in on some of the silly faces. And when I said silly face, apparently Ashton said, "Oh, I thought you wanted me to look like I was going to harm you." I was like, all in good fun. There's holding them up high. And if you have, it's a little bit poignant because you know what, the kindergarten through second graders, they don't get a chance to win any trophies. And Kylie looked, this wasn't the picture, but Kylie looked a little bewildered at first when I said hold up the trophies. But Kylie, now you can hold up your trophy. You can hold it up right now if you want to. No, she doesn't want to. Okay. And there's fine young men with some of their awards. And you prepare yourself for this one that's coming here. There's, no, wait a minute. Yeah. Levi just thought he would wink at the camera. You see the finger too, right? Everybody see that? And that look on Skylar's face, I think, says, I'm done. Don't take my picture anymore. I'm ready to go home. It was a great convention. And then, of course, Melanie and I and some of the others stayed over Saturday night to participate in the worship service. Jeff Johnson of the Conyers congregation is in charge of the getting people for the word. He sends out spies, is what he calls them, into, and they pull young men in that they feel like they can count on to do a good job. And most of them tend to come from the first, second, third place winners in song leading and speech. And Connor was honored this year by being asked to participate as one of the speakers. And to our surprise, not only was he asked to be one of the speakers, because Jeff knows Connor, he asked him to be the last one and to offer the invitation. And that was a picture of Connor speaking to what? I don't know, about 2,500, 3,000 people there at the Marriott Marquis. It was a lot, he said. Good job, Connor. You did a good job. But all of those young men, very, very accomplished, because they've been doing this in Lads to Leaders for many years, and everybody did a great job. And this is the picture from our hotel room. And y'all ready to eat? Everybody ready to eat? No, you want more? Okay. It's almost time. I just wanted to share this because I had this thought when I was leaving and I took this picture. If you notice that tall, skinny building right there, you may or may not be able to make out that it has an AT&T logo on it. That building has been in Atlanta for over 50 years, and it used to be where the telephone operators for Southern Bell worked. They used to be the Southern Bell headquarters. It used to be called whatever I think 51 Ivy Street was the name. That road has since been changed to Peachtree Center Avenue. But when I was growing up, my grandmother was a telephone operator in Atlanta, Georgia. That was how she made her living. And my maternal grandmother. And she was a member of the East Point Church of Christ. And so the first time that I ever set foot in a Church of Christ building was with my grandmother, who responded to a sign in front of the East Point congregation announcing a gospel meeting. And that was how she was converted and became a member of the church. So as a child, I had this seed planted coming to the church, and I remember making note of how things were a little bit different than what I was used to. But my grandmother took me, and we actually sat in the, I think there's a balcony at the old East Point Church building. And if I'm not mistaken, Bob Gray was the preacher at the time. But so when I, later in life, became exposed again to the Church of Christ through Camp Negahee, my grandmother was very, very encouraging of that. And all of those seeds kind of knit together have led me to where I am now. And this Lads to Leaders can do that for your kids. It can plant those early seeds and really tie everything together. And that's just the parting thought that I had as I was leaving and looking out at that building that my grandmother worked in for many years as she was attending the East Point Church of Christ. She used to ride the bus every day back and forth to Atlanta. So that being said, just a few parting thoughts that I wanted to make mention of. Brian, do you have the video ready to roll now? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say just a few other things, and then Brian's going to play, our video, and then we'll have a prayer, and then go. Lads to Leaders is a great program. They had conventions this year simultaneously in Atlanta, Dallas, Memphis, Orlando, Louisville, and Nashville. There's 6 conventions going on at the same time. They do this with 6 paid staff members in Montgomery, and they require funding. This year at the Lads Leaders Convention in Atlanta, they took up a collection and did not reach the goal that they had attended. I think it was 20,000, and when Jim Whitmire made the announcement, they had collected 9. So they do need funding, so keep that in mind. The Lads Leaders program has given our congregation a lot, and we need to give back. We are listed in the program this year at the convention among 30 congregations in the Atlanta program as a Vision 21 sponsor. That's because when our elders were approached last year, we wrote a check and provided funding for this program that they were trying to take care of. So we were recognized in the magazine that you got with the schedule as one of 30 churches and 18 individuals that were on the honor roll for the Vision 21. So think about Lads to Leaders in your giving. Next year's theme is lost, from Luke chapter 15, and Bible Bowl will be the entire book of Luke. So you can look forward to that. Start reading or studying now, and let's watch our storyline presentation. Your mind. It was just really, really good. So you want to watch it without the words? They want to watch. Okay, they want to watch it without the words. Presentation. So we'll work on that and maybe watch it later. All right, let's bow for a word of prayer, and then we will break for pizza. And we're going to ask all the youngsters to go first, our Lads Leaders participants and friends, and us big folks will fill in behind. Let's pray. Dear God, we're thankful for this Lord's Day and for our opportunities to worship and study and fellowship. Thankful for this time together this evening. Grateful for all the good that has come out of our Lads to Leaders program, for the things that we have learned and the friendships that we have formed. We're thankful for all of these things. We're grateful for the food that has been provided this evening. And we pray that you bless it to our bodies and help us to have a great week this week. In Jesus' name, amen.